All right, guys, welcome to another week of trading. This is your guy, Prof. Trillion Pounds, and we are going to look at the weekly focus for this month of July, from July, today's 12th to July 16th. I'm supposed to record this video on Sunday, but I was really tight between Sunday, Monday, and today I need to bring you guys this video so that you guys can be well informed on what to expect for the rest of the week. So without much ado, first I would like us to look at the fundamentals. We are going to see how the week is in terms of fundamentals to be well informed on what to expect in the week, okay, so that you know the decision that you are supposed to make or what your sentiment is for the week. I have my sentiments for the week, and that's what I'm going to base my my explanation on, and then based on that you can also use what I have seen in the market in conjunction with what you are also expecting to look out for your positions on the various pairs that you are looking at. Mostly what you need to understand about me is I always focus on the USD pairs. They are my main focus. The only two other pairs that I look at aside the USD pairs is GBPJPY and EURUSD. So take note, my main focus are on what? The USD pairs, okay? The USD XX and the XX USD. And with that said, it's not even all of the USD pairs that I look at, just few. I don't look at too many pairs. I just look at few pairs. So without doing much talking, let's get into today's video. But then first, let's look at the economic activities for the week. I'm going to look at the very high impact economic activities, okay? I'm going to filter it by the high impact economic activities. We are not going to look at all the other ones. So our main focus is going to be this. So on Monday, I didn't trade. I normally don't like trading on Mondays and Tuesdays though, because I see those days as days that the market normally do corrections. So I start my trading activities from Wednesdays. It's only a few times I trade on Sundays. On Mondays and Tuesdays. And that is if maybe I've seen something in the previous week and I think I need to continue with that particular trade. So with that said, I'm going to continue. So today, Tuesday, there's going to be no news, no impact news. So whatsoever is going to happen today will just be fake outs, activities to cause fake outs in the market. But mostly this week, I am expecting market to do a lot of pullbacks. Okay, I'm expecting market to do a lot of pullback, especially from yesterday to today. So by the close of today, I expect market to finish most or major parts of its pullbacks. And then on Wednesday, I'm expecting price to begin its normal, or markets to begin its normal rallies in the direction that we had from last week on each of the various pairs. So here, my main news focus for this week is going to be this guy here, the interest rate. Okay, I love this particular news. It kind of moved the market massively, and the reason why I'm focused here is, as I said, I only deal with the US pairs. Okay, I only look at the US pairs, then maybe the GBP, JPY, and the EURGBP. And here on Wednesday, I don't have any news concerning those two pairs either. So I think yesterday GBP had a news, but I didn't trade yesterday. So I'm going to focus more on the CPI, that is the interest rate. So with the interest rate news coming, I'm expecting the pairs, the USD pairs, to do a lot of pullback between yesterday and today. And then on Wednesday, we are going to see a rally in their direction. So that's what I'm expecting. And then we'll look at what is happening on the chart to make this particular point more solid, okay, to know when we should be expecting to take maybe some trades, whether buy or sell, depending on what the chart is telling us. So let's go back to the chart and let's continue to look at what is happening on the chart. But before I go into the various pairs, the first thing I would like to look at always is the DXY features. Okay, because as I said, I deal with the USD pair, so I always like to look at the US dollar index to be able to know my sentiment for the week. Okay, so as I said last week in my analysis, the US dollar is still very index is still very bullish. So I'm still expecting price to continue in its buying position. So until I see a definite change in direction on the dollar index, my sentiment on the dollar is still an uptrend. So I'm expecting all USD XX to still continue to buy and all the XS USDs to continue to sell. So what I mean by that is any for instance, if we take USD CAD, I'm still expecting more bullishness on it. If we take Aussie USD, I'm expecting more sales on it. If we take Euro USD, I'm expecting more sales. And if we take GU USD, I'm expecting more sales. But then before the main movement, I'm expecting some pullback. So here, for instance, on the dollar index, I'm expecting price to make some amount of pullback, either to this area here or to in between this area, between this support and this support area before we see a push back up. Okay, so I'm expecting that price will, let me increase this. I'm expecting that price will do what? Will make a pullback. Okay, but I'm looking at today being Tuesday and tomorrow being the CPI. I'm expecting price to at least, if not for anything, pull back up to sorry. Let me pick that. I'm expecting price to at least what? Pull back to what? To this level. Okay. Let me move this here. So I'm expecting price to pull back from this level here, and then I'm expecting a move to the upside. Okay, so I'll be targeting, sorry about that. I'll be targeting somewhere around around 109 or 109. That's here. Okay, so I'll be targeting somewhere around 109. Okay, as my first target on US dollar index. And if market continues in its bullish nature after the news, then my final target on US dollar index should be 109.49. Yeah. So as I said, if the dollar index is making a pullback, means all the XXX, that is all the XXX USD pairs should be bullish. So once we are seeing a pullback, okay, on this guy, on the US index, then I'm expecting these guys to be all bullish at that point in time, and all the USD XXD should also be bearish at that point in time. But from Wednesday, I'm expecting the opposite. I'm expecting the USD SSS to be what? Bullish, and the opposite for the XXS USD pairs. All right, so that is my sentiment on the DXY. So I only use this as guide to trade the main pairs or the main currencies that I want to trade for the week. So let's now look at those currencies. Okay, let's now look at those currencies. So let's take, let me delete these things. Let me just remove these drawings here. All right, so let's take let's start with AUDUSD CAD. So AUDUSD card is has been very interesting. Okay, since last week, I've been looking at this guy make pull back to the upside. I was expecting this low to be taken out. I think that was last week, but then it didn't. It took it out this week. So I'm still expecting market to make a pullback to this resistance level here, and then we will see a push to the downside, breaking this support level. So here on AUDUSD card, as I said, once the DXY is making a downward pullback, I'm expecting the XXS USDs to be making a pullback to the upside. Then after the pullback from Wednesday going, I'm expecting price to make a move to the downside. Now, if price doesn't even go here, I'm still expecting price to break the lower resistance. Yeah, I'm still expecting price. So let me put this here. I'm still expecting price to break here. So I will wait for a breakout, a retest, and then I will follow price down. So over here on this particular pair, I will be looking at my first target. If price break out there, my first target is going to be on 0.66787. So that will be my first target I'll be looking at. And if price still continue as I'm looking at things, then I should be looking at price making it to 0.66399 by the close of the week. If we intends break this support and make it a retest of support and resistance level, then I'm expecting price to still continue in the downward movement. So that's it for AUDUSD USD, and that will be the same movement in terms of the other XX USD pairs. So let's look at let's take a look at USD card. So I want to look at the XX USD pairs before I go to the other guys. So let's look at USD card. So USD card also is showing some very interesting patterns here, and as you can see already, USD. Sorry, okay, I said I want to look at the SX USD. So let me look at Euro USD before I come to USD card. So this Euro USD. So Euro USD, I'm still expecting more downward moves, but then I'm expecting a pullback to at least this level of resistance. So either price will come to this level, push back here, and then we'll see a downward movement, or price might push into this second level here, and then we see price to continue in the down movement. Okay, so I'm expecting this on Euro USD. Mostly I use my H4 for my main analysis, and then I make entries on the lower time frame, but then I check alignment and everything using my daily time frame and my weekly time frame. Well, if you want to know more in-depth knowledge, you want to get more in-depth knowledge into how to do this analysis. If you are not already inclined in the forex industry, you can hit me up. My contact details are in the description of this video, so you can hit me up, and then we will make arrangement for you to join our mentorship class. Okay, you join our mentorship class for depending on the period that you want. We have different packages there. We have the mastery course, that is if you have the knowledge already, and then we have the full mentorship course, which you have to start everything from the beginner's level. So if you're interested, you can hit me up, and you can also join our community page on Telegram, the Captain's Community. Okay, so that is it. So I'm still expecting Euro USD to still continue in the downward movement. So that is my sentiment. You might be seeing another. And one thing, guys, I'll tell you is, when you make your analysis for the week and you have your sentiment, no matter what price is doing, if you don't see what you are looking for, you don't take trade. So if you are looking for sales for the week and you are seeing only buys, ignore the trade. Sometimes not trading is the best decision to make for yourself in avoiding losses in your trading career. So I'll express to you that if you are not seeing what you are looking at or what your sentiment has given you for the week, the best thing to do is to forgo that trade. That's why I have so many pairs in the market. So now since we've looked at AUDUSD and we've looked at Euro, let's look at GBP, one of my interesting and my very good friend. All right. So here you can see GBP just took out liquidity just today on this particular level here. So we took out this liquidity. I'm still expecting it. Last week it did a lot of pullback to the upside. I was expecting it to go down more last week, but it started its pullback and then enter into today. So as you can see that this guy has not been able to break the lower highs yet, so it's only taking out the lower low. So I'm expecting it to continue taking out. So this low over here has not yet been taken out. If this candle closes, its body closes below this guy, then I'll say it has been taken out. But these wicks are just there to take out liquidity. So they have not yet taken out that low. All right. So I like to be sure that I classify a low as a structure taken out. I always want to see the body of the candle closing below it. I don't use the wicks to do those confirmation, because sometimes the wicks are manipulations in the system. All right. So I'm still expecting this guy to make some pullbacks to this level, and then after that, we should continue to the downside. So I'll be targeting here when price comes to this level. I'll be looking for a better confirmation to take a sell to this level over here. All right. So that is where I'll be looking at taking my first take profit, and then my second take profit to be at this level, 1.17500. So that will be my sentiment on GBPUSD. So guys, that is my sentiment on the 3 SSX USD pairs that I'm looking at for the week. But now my main USD XS pair that I normally look at, that is very fantastic to me, I normally look at is USD CAD. Okay, then I know tomorrow, I know there is a CAD news tomorrow, but to me, that is not a news to bother myself about. The main news that I need to bother myself about tomorrow is the USD news. Okay, is the USD news. And today, since we don't have any news in the market, I'm still expecting, let me go to the CAD chart. I'm still expecting CAD to still continue to push up. Okay, so it did some amount of pullback, as you can see here, this amount of pullback, and I was expecting it. Actually, I was expecting it to pull back to this level. Last week when I was looking at this chart, I was expecting it to pull back up to at least this level, but then price didn't come to that level, because I was expecting it to at least come here, okay, into this area, okay, where the trend line is, before pushing up. But then price didn't come there. So let's see what happened on USD CAD. But what I'm expecting is, I'm expecting that price will break above this trend line, make a retest, and I'll take my entry from this area after the retest, and I'll be looking to take a partial profit over there. But once price breaks above this level and make a retest, I'll be entering my long position over there. But over here, I'll make what? I'll take a partial profit, and then I'll lock the rest of my trade, so that in case of eventuality price decides to pull back, I'll be at what? Break even. So trading is all about how you manage risk and how you are able to look at the market with your clear eyes to understand what is happening in the market. So it's not about I would say trading is not about the amount of money you make. Trading is about consistency, okay, and how consistent you are with the sentiment that you have for the market in a particular period of time. Once you can stick with the sentiment and only take trade based on your sentiment, I'll say you are good to go. So those are my outlooks. So let's quickly look at Euro GBP. What am I looking at on Euro GBP? So as you can see here, Euro GBP is consolidating. Euro GBP is consolidating. So I'm expecting a break to the down, because already, as you can see, we came to test this resistance level. Don't forget that this resistance level is not just a straight line. Is an area. So you can see we came to test that area over there. We've closed this imbalance over here. This imbalance between this level and this level has been closed. The wick went there to close that, and as you can see, we have gotten our first fake out. Listen to the word here, is fake out, because we've not seen the body of the candle. So here I would be expecting price to do a little more pull into this level, and then I'll expect price to finally go down. But if price doesn't do that and the candle body closes below like this, I'll expect a little pullback, and then we can take a sell. So that is what I'll be looking at on Euro GBP, and I'll be monitoring this trade closely, and I'll be looking to take a sell. If I take a sell here, my first target will be around this level of 0.84 thousand. That will be my first target. And if price breaks below that, I'll take partial profits once my first target is hit, and I'll lock the rest of the profit. I always try to take 85 to 90% of my profits, and then I only lock the remaining 15 to 10% of the profit. So in case price decide to even do some other stuffs, I'm still in profit. So that's my sentiment on Euro GBP. Now the last one I'm looking at is GBP JPY. So GBP JPY, as you guys can see price is still maintaining the highs, the previous highs. It has not been able to break any of them yet. So I'm still expecting price to continue in the downward movement. Okay, so I'll wait and see if price can return back to this level here. If price comes here, I'll take a short, and I'll be targeting 160 as my final take profit. I'll take a partial profit at 160.78. That will be an area I'll be taking partial profit. So guys, these are my looks for the week, or these are my sentiment for the week. So leave a comment in the comment section below telling me which pairs you like me to look at as the week goes on, and I'll be happy and glad to do that for you. If you are new to Mindset Hustle, guys, do well to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification icon so that anytime we release a weekly outlook for the week, you can be notified. Now, if you want more lessons on synthetics, then subscribe to my second channel, Coded Mindset. I'll leave a link in the description. There you'll find everything you need to know on how to trade boom and crash, step index, VO 100 and co, right on that channel. Guys, till we meet in another video, is bye for now.